Welcome back to our channel. Today, we bring you one of the most shocking revelations in recent memory. The truth has finally come to light. The killer has officially confessed to ending the life of Menglong, and the world is in uproar. In this video, we'll uncover the shocking details behind this confession, explore the reasons that have left millions outraged, and analyze why this case has shaken both fans and the public to the core. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our explosive updates. The entertainment world has been shaken to its core, and millions of fans are left in disbelief. For months, questions surrounded the mysterious and tragic death of beloved actor and singer Menglong. Speculation, rumors, and unanswered doubts haunted his memory, but now a shocking confession has rewritten everything the public thought they knew. The person behind the crime has stepped forward, admitting to the unthinkable, the cold-blooded murder of Menglong. The revelation has sparked outrage across the nation, leaving fans heartbroken and demanding justice as the truth comes crashing down like a storm. When news first broke of Menglong's death, authorities described it as an accident. Reports claimed he had fallen from a high-rise building after an evening of heavy drinking. Many believed it was simply a tragedy of chance, a cruel twist of fate that robbed the world of a rising star far too soon. Yet from the very beginning, inconsistencies lingered. Broken window screens, displaced curtains, items found in his possession that did not belong to him, and whispers of financial disputes painted a picture far more sinister than a mere accident. Those suspicions have now been confirmed. The killer's confession exposes a chilling plot, one that was calculated, merciless, and hidden in plain sight. Menglong was not only a celebrity, but also a symbol of hope and success for countless fans. His charm, talent, and humility made him one of the most beloved figures of his generation. That is why his sudden death struck with such force, leaving millions struggling to accept it. But now, with the confession laid bare, the grief has turned to rage. People across social media are flooding platforms with messages of anger, disbelief, and sorrow. Hashtags demanding justice for you have begun trending worldwide. The image of a star betrayed and murdered has pierced the hearts of the public, who refuse to let his memory fade into silence. According to leaked reports, the killer admitted that Menglong's death was no accident at all, but the result of a plan driven by greed and resentment. Financial conflicts, personal betrayal, and hidden rivalries culminated in the darkest possible outcome. The confession revealed that on the night of the tragedy, everything had been carefully staged, from the tampered surroundings in his apartment to the timing of his fatal fall. The circumstances were orchestrated to appear as a drunken accident. For months, the truth remains buried under a web of lies, but the weight of evidence and mounting pressure finally forced the killer to admit the crime. The confession was not just a legal milestone, it was the ripping away of a mask that had deceived fans and investigators alike. The public reaction has been nothing short of explosive. Crowds have gathered outside police stations, demanding transparency in the investigation and harsh punishment for the guilty. Online communities are buzzing with speculation about accomplices, hidden motives, and how such a crime could have been concealed for so long. Fans, once mourning in quiet disbelief, are now united in outrage, their grief transformed into a collective demand for justice. For many, it's no longer just about the loss of a beloved star, but about exposing corruption, betrayal, and the darkness lurking behind the glitter of fame. Menglong's family, devastated by the confession, has issued emotional statements. They speak of unbearable pain, of a son whose life was stolen, and of the cruel betrayal that shattered their world. Supporters have flooded them with words of comfort, but no words can ease the anguish of parents forced to bury their child. The confession not only reopens wounds, but confirms the nightmare they always feared, that Yu's death was not fate, but murder. The nation has rallied behind them, demanding that justice be served swiftly and severely. Meanwhile, questions remain about the extent of the plot. Was the confessed killer acting alone, or were there others involved? Reports suggest that multiple people were present on the night Menglong died, raising suspicions of a larger conspiracy. Witness testimonies and surveillance footage, once dismissed as irrelevant, are now being re-examined under a harsher light. The confession is only the beginning. The full scope of this crime may reach further than anyone dared to imagine. The sense of betrayal is profound, not only because a life was lost, but because of the deliberate deception that followed. The case has become a turning point, exposing not only one person's guilt, but also the cracks within the systems meant to protect truth and justice. How could such evidence be overlooked for so long? How did the lies hold together while fans mourned an accident that never was? These questions have ignited a firestorm of debate, with commentators, journalists, and the public demanding accountability at every level. The confession may have finally broken the silence, but it has also opened a floodgate of even more disturbing questions. Many are now asking how long the truth was hidden, who else knew about it, and why it took so much time for the real story to surface. If the killer was able to manipulate the narrative for this long, what does it say about the systems in place that should have uncovered the truth from the start? The delay in justice has only deepened the anger of the public, who feel not just grief for Menglong, but betrayal from the institutions meant to protect them. Fans have begun organizing vigils across multiple cities, lighting candles, holding pictures of Yu, and chanting for justice. These gatherings are more than just memorials. They are powerful statements of unity. People from all walks of life, from teenagers who grew up watching his dramas to older fans who admired his artistry, are coming together under one cry, that his death must not be in vain. Social media platforms are flooded with messages demanding the harshest punishment possible for the confessed killer. Words like justice, betrayal, and truth dominate the online conversation, showing the depth of emotion this case has ignited. At the same time, investigative journalists are digging deeper into Menglong's final days. Some reports claim that he may have sensed danger in the weeks leading up to his death. Friends and colleagues recall vague comments he made about feeling pressured, about conflicts that seemed to weigh heavily on him, though no one could have imagined they would culminate in such a brutal ending. The confession has forced these fragments of memory into sharper focus, leaving many to wonder if signs were missed, if his tragedy could have been prevented. International media has also seized upon the story, painting it as a cautionary tale of fame, betrayal, and hidden rivalries. The headlines cross borders: star betrayed by those closest to him, confession shatters illusion of accident, and public demands justice for Yu. The world is watching, and with each passing day, pressure mounts on the authorities to deliver swift, transparent justice. The legal process is now under a spotlight unlike any other. Every detail, from court proceedings to the treatment of evidence, is scrutinized by millions who refuse to let the case fade from memory. Legal experts argue that the confession is a powerful piece of evidence, but they warn that the defense may still try to twist the narrative, claiming coercion or mental instability. But for the public, no explanation could erase the horror of what has already been admitted. The crime is clear, the damage irreversible, and forgiveness unimaginable. Menglong's legacy has transformed in the wake of the confession. He is no longer just remembered as a beloved actor and singer, but also as a symbol of resilience, justice, and truth. His story is being retold not only through his work, but through the fight for accountability that his death has sparked. Fan clubs around the world are turning their grief into activism, demanding changes in how cases of celebrity deaths are handled and pushing for stronger protections against cover-ups. For them, Honoring Yu's memory means ensuring that no other star, no other family has to endure the same pain. As the case unfolds, one haunting reality remains. Yu Menglong's final moments were stolen, his dreams cut short, and his family left with wounds that may never heal. The confession has provided answers, but not closure. Instead, it has opened the deepest wound of all, the certainty that his death was intentional, calculated, and cruel. The public's fury will not rest until the scales of justice tip decisively, punishing those responsible and restoring some measure of peace to a world still grieving the loss of a bright star extinguished too soon.